PK Fire!
Hello guys, Dusty here with another YouTube video. Finally, once again, I am in front of the camera, in front of the new game shelf. That is right, if you didn't see my April Fool's video, I got a new game shelf, and I didn't get rid of all my games, by the way. Just gotta clarify that. They're all here, like, this isn't just a green screen. I can pick up freaking Bucky O'Hare, and it actually exists. So, yeah. Pickups. We have more video games. I do apologize for the lack of videos lately. I'll probably do a channel update letting you guys know what the future and present and all that stuff has in store for Dusty Do on YouTube. But yeah, for now, we got video games to talk about and pickups to talk about. So to get started, and we got quite a few of them because I haven't done one of these videos for a very long time. So to get started, we got, I'm just going to be pulling, this is going to be another, like, random weird video because I don't know what we have in store today. So, I can't remember all the stuff that I purchased. But anyway, this one was meant to be in the last video. This was from 2618 we actually got from the pawn shop. For $2, we got Snood for the Game Boy, which for those of you who don't know what this game is, it's basically like a little puzzle game, very popular on the PC. But there's also a Game Boy version, and there's also a DS version. I think there's actually two DS versions. So yeah, nonetheless, I finally have this in some kind of physical format in the Game Boy Advance version. I don't know where I'm going to put games. I'm just going to put them over here, I guess. Next up, we got, I think this was at a separate time. Yeah, this was at 3/9/18. We actually, from the pawn shop, got Grand Theft Auto for the Game Boy, which is pretty cool find. They also had, if I remember correctly, they had Pokemon Ruby in the case. And they wanted $35 for Pokemon Ruby, which is just ridiculous. However, yeah, GTA, you know, a $15 game for the Game Boy, just throw it out there for $2. So yeah, and then we also got another copy of Crash and Spyro Super Pack because I did not have two of them before. Now I already had it before is what I'm trying to say now. But yeah, I now have another one. So yay. And then I also got for $1 at the Goodwill Katechumen. Sure, we'll go with that. Katechumen. For the PC. It's a PC big box PC game with all this stuff in here, and I think it came with the disc. I hope it came with the disc. It would be weird to buy a game that didn't come. Yep, came with the game there. So that's cool. Yeah, looked interesting. So figured, what the heck? Might as well go ahead and grab it for $1. I like to pick up big box PC games if I can find them cheap. But yeah, I'd never heard of it before. There's one of these cool little. If I can get this closed here. One of these cool little flap designs here. Flap. Don't know what that was all about. Okay. Next up, grab a game here. Oh, this one was a Goodwill pickup for $2. I figured, okay, so basically it was another situation of me walking into the Goodwill and thinking, oh man, all the good games must have been picked through because there was just sports game after random sports game of PS2 games. And then out of nowhere, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, Never Ending Tomorrow. This is a cool game. Yeah, not something as particularly cheap. Definitely somebody, if the games were picked through, somebody would have bought this. It's complete and great shape, and it was also one I was missing, of course, so that'll go on the new game shelf eventually, but I'm gonna have to document it because I've been starting to document my games now, and I finally finished the PlayStation 2 games, which is like 285 or so of them, I think, from what I remember. So yeah, it was stupid, but stupid amount of random PlayStation 2 games. But yeah, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed. Next up, we actually got some Switch games. We got Rocket League from Best Buy. And I'm going to try to find the game that I bought with this. Just a moment. Yes, I found it. Okay. I bought Rocket League from Best Buy for $15, ordered it off their site. And yeah, I've had a little fun with this so far. I haven't gotten too much into it, but yeah, I figured it's a good time waster game anyway. Definitely, enjoyable time. But I had bought that at that time mainly because for one, it was on sale, and for two, I was looking to get this game, The Longest 5 Minutes. It looks like a really interesting RPG for the Nintendo Switch, and from what I've been hearing from, the inside the industry source, the streamer who works at GameStop, these aren't very common. So, and it shows that they actually had to ship mine in from like Washington, to actually get a copy to me from Best Buy. So I don't know if they're making any more. I don't know what's up with it. But anyway, I figured, hey, I might as well have this. It is an NIS America published game. It does look really cool. I've heard kind of mixed reviews of it, but the guy who's played it that I know says it's cool. So I figure go ahead and add that one to the collection. Then we got, for the last Switch game in this video, because I haven't picked up any Switch games for a little while now, we got Kirby Star Allies, which came out in March. Yeah, I believe March. And yeah, it's fun. It's very easy. Very easy. So if you're not the type that likes very easy games and you get bored if you're not challenged, then definitely not the game for you. However, it's a cute little fun game. So can't say no to that. Okay, next up, speaking of new games, we got the Alliance Alive for the 3DS, and Best Buy had the common courtesy of shipping it in a bubble mailer, so they did give a nice little bit of shipping damage. Still very not happy about that, but at this point, I'm just like, I give up. I don't think anybody's ever going to just not ship things in bubble mailers, like would make sense. But yeah. Anyway, I still haven't opened this yet, still haven't played it yet, but I've heard it's good, so gonna have to at some point. Let's see. Okay, and then these right here were actually from an eBay sale. eBay was doing a thing where you get 20% off of any order, $25 or more. So I went ahead and finally picked these up because I was kind of wanting them, and they are Air and Cannon for the Dreamcast. Now, for those of you who don't know what these are, they are key visual novels released on PC, Dreamcast, PlayStation 2. They were Japan exclusive for consoles, I believe. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they're really cool visual novels if you're into visual novels. So, well, from what I hear, Air is very cool. I did play through Canon and liked it. So, yeah. Then, next up, we got... And I also did get the animes for both of those. Yep, got the anime for both of them. So, pretty cool stuff. And those were each like $10. And oh yeah, these games, by the way, were like, I think like $5 a piece is what it came out to with the sale and everything. So really, really cheap. And cool things to add to the collection. So next up, we got this one, which I believe was its own pickup at the Iowa Falls Goodwill, I want to say. But yeah, I picked up a few of these and was never able to find the manuals with it. But finally, after years, I have found a copy with both manuals in it. And both of them have advertisements for Panzer Dragoon Orta. So they really wanted you to buy Panzer Dragoon Orta. But yeah, not too bad. This one was probably $1. What did the Iowa Falls Goodwill charge? $1.38 or $1.39 or whatever, or no, $2.39 or whatever that was. But yeah, the Sega GT 2002 and Jet Set Radio Future. And next up, we got this entirely because it was an Atlas published game, 101 Party Megamix for the Wii. I figured, collecting Atlas games. It was $2 in good shape. It has kind of an interesting little design for the disc spindle there. But yeah, figured might as well get this because it's in complete good shape for the Wii. $2. Whatever. And to keep the tradition alive, if you can actually see in the background there, got all my copies of Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PlayStation 2. Well, not all of them. I still haven't found, picked out the ones for my garage. But I decided, you know what, go ahead and display all of my copies of Star Wars Battlefront 2 in pride right there. And for those of you who don't know, I at this point now collect copies of Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PlayStation 2. So we got another copy of Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PlayStation 2 for $2 from the pawn shop. Once again, I think that's a pretty cool find. Not the most expensive game, not the least expensive game, definitely. So, I like to collect it. I'm definitely not, like, creating a giant bit of demand in the market, keeping a few copies of it. So, you know, that's something that I kind of take seriously. I like seeing people able to get these games, and I wouldn't want to hold on to a bunch of copies of a game that's really sought after. Like, for instance, the Xbox version, for an example. I only need one of those, and I only have one of those. So, yeah. And that is it for those games. Those are actually pickups. These are two different groups of pickups. Those are pickups that I've actually already showed on my Twitch live streams. Now, if you're not familiar with Twitch, it's a live streaming website. By the way, this is my shameless advertisement that I am on Twitch, and I stream there every once in a while, so you should go follow my Twitch channel. But yeah, I stream on Twitch every once in a while, playing random video games. I had just played through entirely... Please be Klonoa. Please be Klonoa. Please be... Yep, Klonoa. Door to Fan Mile on the PlayStation 1. And I have been playing Klonoa 2, Door to Fan Mile. Klonoa 2, whatever it's called, Veil. I've been playing the second one. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, really fun time. Go and check that out if you're interested in that sort of thing. However, if not, then, you know, that's fine too. You know, as long as you're watching these pickup videos, it's fun. It's great. So yeah, let's see, what else? Moving right along. We've got a bunch of Wii, like, sleeve games I had found at the Goodwill for, I think they only charged me $2 a piece for these. They were nice enough to do that. They usually charge $3 for Wii games, so I got these for $2 a piece. Not bad. So we got Wii Sports, the USA 2 version, which I believe I was missing. And then I also got a USA 1 version of Wii Sports, which are two different variants of Wii Sports, the sleeve versions. And then I got a copy of Wii Sports Resort, another one. Doesn't hurt to have an extra copy of this game, I suppose. Link's Crossbow Training, which I didn't know where my copy went, so good to have that too. But yeah, and I believe there's another one. Yeah, right here. Second copy of Link's Crossbow Training, which may also be another version. 64622A. Nope, they look exactly the same. So yeah, I don't know why they had two copies of Wii Sports and two copies of Link's Crossbow Training. This is one of Life's Unknown Mysteries. But yeah, whatever. They were $2 a piece, so I figured I'd go ahead and pick them all up. The next up, we got Super Mario Bros. Movie from the Goodwill for $2, which I picked up because I didn't have it before, and then it fell on my floor and I stepped on it, so disc is still intact. However, the case has seen better days, needless to say, ever since it met my foot, which is probably what this movie deserves from what I hear. I don't know, I've never seen it, but yeah, it's good to have it, unless, and inside of here, I kept some games so they wouldn't get lost. And I'm putting these in the wrong spot because I have to keep the ones that I've shown on streams and one that I haven't shown on stream separate, so it's a little confusing, but yeah, it's fun. Okay, so, and next up, anyway, I picked up from the pawn shop both on the same day, Super Mario Bros. DS for $2, and they also had a copy of Rhythm Heaven for $2, so I figured for $2 I'd pick it up while I was in the case anyway. They had it there for a while, but I just hadn't picked it up. I believe I have it complete. Yep, I do have it on my shelf there. Probably has the manual too. Not 100% sure on that one though. Yeah, next up, we got... Yeah, this was a Goodwill find, I believe. Yes, this was a Goodwill find. Need for Speed Underground, because I did not know that I didn't have this for the PlayStation 2 until I went through my collection and documented things, and I realized, oh, I didn't have the original Need for Speed Underground for the PlayStation 2. So I finally got that at the Goodwill, complete, in good shape, for $2. I can't complain too much. And then, these were... Oh, yeah, this was all a group of pickups, actually. So I had gotten that. I had gotten the Fable Anniversary... Fable limited edition bonus DVD, only on Xbox, from GameStop apparently. That was originally $0, but I paid $2 for it, and I paid $3 for that. Wait, no, I paid $2 for the Need for Speed anyway. But I mainly picked this up because first of all, it's kind of a little cool Xbox thing, and second of all, look at this picture of Peter Molyneux. Isn't it adorable? Oh man, you know, come on. It's hilarious. So I have to own this. I don't know. Guru Larry should really put it as his wallpaper. That would be nice. He's just looking at the camera all like, I'm Peter Molyneux, and you know, totally have not ruined a ton of games and lied a bunch of times and yeah, whatever. But anyway, we also got a copy of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword from the same trip. And unfortunately, this one is missing the Orchestra 25th anniversary CD, but it does have the game, so I figured it was worth picking up for $3. It does have a big ol' chunk taken out of the back, but I figure if anything, this is at least an upgrade to another one of my discs, because I have this there's two different versions of this game. There's actually the version that didn't come in the box set, and there is the version that fell over. The version that came in the box set. And as you can see, there's little differences to these two. For one, this one says you need a Wii Motion Plus thing. Actually, you need a Wii Motion Plus thing, and it includes the soundtrack. This one doesn't have to because the outer box has all that on it. And also, this one on the back says not for resale. And of course, this one on the back was just a regular retail version that didn't come in a collector's set. So yeah, nonetheless, I believe I can't remember which one I'm gonna upgrade with that, but that disc was like perfect, the one that I just found. So probably going to upgrade one of my copies at least of Skyward Sword. Okay. Get all this stuff situated again. Okay, now next up, we got a random pawn shop pickup. We got Top Gun for the NES for $2. I figured, what the heck, it comes in one of these little dust sleeves. I already have Top Gun, obviously, but this one's not the greatest condition copy. They had more NES games there, but they were charging more for them, so I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. Because they kind of have a tendency of, at the pawn shop, really overcharging for their NES games. So, yeah, the good old days of finding half my NES collection for $2 there are unfortunately gone. But, you know, at least I have the garage sales to look forward to, which are coming up. I have stopped at a couple garage sales. I haven't found anything yet, but I have stopped at a couple garage sales. So hopefully we have more luck later into the year. Next up at Goodwill, we found Enchanted Arms. I'd actually never seen this or played it. I can't remember if it was good or bad or whatnot, but I have heard of it before. Yeah, I'd never found it before. This was $3 from the Goodwill. So I'd go ahead and pick it up. And later I found out there was a collector's edition, so probably should have held out for that, but whatever. At least I have the game. I also picked up, I believe in the same trip, this Sid Meier's Civilization Revolution game, which is complete for $3. And also another Metal Gear that I was missing, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. I did not have, no, I did not have the Greatest Hits label version of this. I did actually have Sons of Liberty. I didn't have the Greatest Hits label version, so I figured I'd go ahead and pick that up for good shape for $2. Once again, not entirely sure why, but whatever. Next up, another just a random game I found in the cart in Goodwill. The House of the Dead Overkill. For $2. No, they probably charged me $3 for this one, but yeah, complete, in good shape. Nothing really to complain about, other than the case is a little wonky, but, you know, it's just a standard Wii case. Yeah, one that I was definitely looking to get eventually, so pretty good find. And this is a, this one is a random pawn shop pickup. They had some PlayStation 1 games in the case, and I don't know if they were picked through or not. I just don't know if somebody was like, oh yeah, pick through that copy of Spider-Man on the PS1. I mean, nobody needs Spider-Man on the PS1. But I've heard this is a very good game, and I've also heard, well, I've also seen that it goes for like $15, $20 black label in good condition. So I figured I'd pick it up for $4. They were charging $4 for this in the case. And this is the first PlayStation 1 game I picked up from the pawn shop. For years, they have not taken these things in. So hopefully we're going to see more PlayStation 1 games at the pawn shop. Hopefully decent ones for decent prices. But who knows with the pawn shop nowadays, they just price things seemingly random almost. Like if it's a PlayStation 2 game, it's always $2. If it's a PlayStation 1 game, who knows? If it's a Nintendo NES game, they're probably going to charge twice as much as retail value for it. So who knows? It's confusing at this point. I mean, I can't fault them. They need to make their money, and I mean, I understand it. It's a corporate pawn shop. They're doing the best they can there. But yeah, a little disappointed in some of the stuff anyway. But nonetheless, something that I'm not disappointed in was another eBay sale pickup. This one is actually on the 15% off sale. So I ended up getting this for $25, which is not a bad price for a good condition copy of Klonoa 2 Lunatee's Veil. Lunatee's Veil. Yeah. Which I've been playing on my Twitch stream. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Links in the description. But, yeah. Klonoa 2. And it was complete, in good shape, $25. With the coupon thing, so figured I'd go ahead and get it now because I had just gotten done playing the first one, and you know I wanted to play the second one because the second one is awesome. So far, anyway, I'm liking it much better than I was liking the first one, so that's good stuff. Next up, I had picked up another game that I did not have for the Xbox, which is Metal Gear Solid 2. Well, actually, no. I had this for the Xbox, and I didn't think I had it. But I did have it, because I'm not very smart. Happens. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance for the Xbox. Now I have an extra copy of this. I don't know. I guess worse things can happen. I also got another copy of Red Dead Revolver, which is apparently going for much less than it used to because I figured, gonna go ahead and resell this thing. But nope. Apparently now it goes for like $2 now. So yay. I suppose in general that's a good thing because more people can get their hands on a game that is fun that I haven't played yet, but from what I hear is very fun anyway. So, and a lot of people are lately hyped for the new Red Dead series game. So that's cool. And we also got another copy of Simpsons Road Rage. You can pair these things up with Simpsons Hit and Run for the PlayStation 2. Helps them sell, and you get your $2 back definitely for it. And I also got more Xbox games. These ones I didn't have. Mafia. I did not have Mafia, but now I do have the original Mafia. Complete in good shape. Scarface, The World Is Yours, which I believe I didn't have already before. Once again, complete in good shape. Now, this one I'm not sure. I think I might have this one Platinum Hits. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on this one. But nonetheless, Max Payne for the Xbox. Good one to have either way. Complete in good shape. And that was it for those pickups. Next up, we have some fairly recent ones. We actually got some PSP games. Star Wars Battlefront, the original trilogy, for $2 from the Goodwill, complete in good shape. Can't complain about that. And then I also got, same trip, for $2, Final Fantasy Tactics, The War of the Lions, which is another pretty cool pickup. Complete in good shape, $2. Can't complain for a PSP game at this point because they're getting harder for me to find. Okay. Now, this was just a random out of the blue Goodwill score, if you could call it that, because I happen to very much like Pictocross games, or Picross games, as they're generally called, or Picture Cross, whatever you want to call them. I like these games, was what I'm trying to say. So, I know a lot of people won't have as much of a fondness for these as I do. However, I'm very happy to have picked up Picross DS, complete in good shape for $3. Picross 3D, complete in good shape for $3. Try to grab these. Struggling. Color Cross for $3. And a random chess game, Chess Master, The Art of Learning. Didn't know that was a subtitle. It's a Ubisoft game. The Chess Master, The Art of Learning for $3. Why not? $3 for a complete DS game. As long as it's not some really stupid licensed title, I'll usually pay that. Next up, we got I believe these are the same trip, too, to the pawn shop. We'd gotten a copy of Mario Kart Wii, just another copy of Mario Kart Wii. Once again, you can sell these, help pay for all of these freaking pickups that I've been buying, that help pay for all the duplicates that I've been buying for no reason, apparently. But another game that I had gotten, and this one, this one has a story, and there is a reason I picked this up. And it is Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation, in the PlayStation 1 case, of course, for $2. Now, that would be a pretty darn good deal, but the case has seen better days. And as you can see, it comes with Fantastic Four and Metal Gear Solid Disc 1. It only has Disc 1 in it. Now, here's the thing. I already had a copy of Metal Gear Solid, but I had recalled that this one had Metal Gear Solid 3 in one of the disc slots and Disc 2 in it, which means I finally get to do this after how many years after this was found, or this has the date of 8/16/14, so nearly 4 years in the making, guys. I get to complete this copy of Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation. Ready? You gotta put this on camera. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Finally. It's beautiful. And by the way, this is my first copy of Metal Gear for the PlayStation. First one. I'd never had this game before. So, yeah. Pretty crazy stuff. Now, what do I do with this? I actually am not sure. Well, I have a copy of Metal Gear Solid 3 along with Fantastic Four for the PlayStation 2 now, which is nice. Well, who am I kidding? I don't really care. But yeah. Then next up, this is one I don't remember picking up, but it was $1.99 from the pawn shop. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Might as well pick that up for $1.99. Hard to pass that up. That cheap. And then I believe these might have all been from the same pawn shop trip, so I'm going to put this aside here for the moment. But I also got a copy of Tony Hawk's Project 8 for the Xbox for $2 from the Goodwill, because I did not have this before, I don't believe, for the Xbox. So went ahead and picked that up. $2, I figure, why not? You usually find the 360 version or the PlayStation 2 version. I very rarely find the Xbox version. And I kind of want to have all the Tony Hawk's games on Xbox. So, yeah. Went ahead and picked that up. And then we got a pretty decent stack of Goodwill pawn shop pickups. For one, they had one Game Boy Color game in the case that I was interested in. That was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 on the Game Boy Color for $2. In good shape. Then they had some Xbox games, expanding the Xbox collection. I love it. We got Tron 2 Killer App, complete, in good shape. Carve for the Xbox, complete in good shape. Time Splitters 2, which I already had, and I have already made the joke in a video, I'm sure. First Halo, and now this. Ugh. But, yeah, just a little bit of different inflection from the official Xbox magazine, which probably wasn't a biased publication at all. But yeah, Time Splitters 2. I've heard this is very good, so, yeah. Now I have an extra copy of it. Then I got Tenchu Return from Darkness, which I believe I did not have this Tenchu game before, so, on any console, so good to have. Okay, now I have some crazy hardware pickups here. Well, first of all, slightly less crazy ones. So as I had mentioned, I've been live streaming on Twitch. Got to mention it 3 times in every video. I'm contractually obligated. But that being said, for years upon years upon years, I have been using this Diamond Game Capture HD 1080. But ever since I upgraded to Windows 10, it has been giving me problems. It has been lagging and just being all kinds of difficult to deal with, whether I use it for HDMI or composite or component or whatever I use it for, it's been giving me problems, right? So I decided for this camera, and you would probably have seen it a couple pickup videos ago, I was using this and it was all wonky. For this camera and for all my HDMI consoles, I ended up getting a Hauppauge HD PVR2, and I've actually been liking my Hauppauge HD PVR2 so much then I went ahead and for component and composite in S-Video consoles, I picked up a used Hauppauge HD PVR original. Once again, not a video game, but something I use to capture games. And this is nice, heavy little box here, which I like. I tested it. It works. So, yeah, I'm going to have to set up all my streaming stuff. I have to do a lot of resetting up around some of this stuff that I'm about to show you. But, yeah, figure add a new capture card to the family. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this one yet, but for now, that one's just sitting around. But yeah, that being said, this was what I used to record my Earthbound Beginnings Let's Play on the Wii U. I couldn't talk for a moment. And also all my other console Let's Plays that nobody watched. So I understand why people didn't watch them. They were kind of boring to sit through. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is don't go back and watch earlier videos on my channel. Trust me, it's been slightly going uphill for like 5 years now, right? On YouTube, over 400 videos. I've been like slightly getting better and better. So if you go all the way back, it's just terrible and horrible. And it's, I don't. Oh, old YouTube. Anyway, I'm wandering off topic here. So this was kind of a cool pickup, this next one, because it's a frustrating tale of woe and sorrow and joy and happiness. So I'd walked into the pawn shop at one, like a few days ago now, right? And they had a table full of random clearance stuff that they were just trying to get rid of. And on that table, they had a PS4 Slim that said disk drive doesn't work or whatever with a sticker on it for $50. So I picked it up, looked at it, and was like asking about, like, do you know what's up with this? And they're like, yeah, it doesn't load discs. So I was like, yeah, I don't know. It sounds like a project. Which, for those of you who don't know, my Xbox One S that I had picked up not a long time ago, a few months ago, I got incredibly lucky. It was under warranty. I just sent it into Microsoft 2 weeks later, had it back perfectly fixed, good as new. So, you know, didn't have to bother with that one. So they were like, we'll give it to you for $40 if you'll take it. I was like, okay, fine. It's a project. I'll spend the weekend on it or whatever. So I'd gotten this PS4 Slim, with the thing that covers the hard drive screw missing and the hard drive cover missing. But the stock hard drive from what it looks like. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why they removed that stuff. But yeah, this thing, so I tried putting a disc in it, and it wouldn't take in a disc. So I tried shoving a disc in to see if, hey, maybe the rollers are just like off or something like that, because I didn't know how this drive worked at the time. And it actually, like, having shoved the disc most of the way in, it actually took the disc in, and it worked. So I was like, okay, this might actually be a fixable project. So I went ahead and went inside the console looking for, you know, looking at the disk drive in internal assembly, and I found a penny lodged in there. So somebody put a penny in their drive, and yeah, that caused all kinds of issues, but I put it back together after that, and it still didn't work properly. So I had to disassemble it further. And as it turned out, the two little plastic pieces, because there's two little plastic pieces that make the rollers start moving, and also pushes the game inward. It's really weird how this disk drive is engineered, but kind of cool. But also, they should have made it out of metal. But both of those were broken off. In fact, I'm surprised. Like, I am surprised at Sony, because I am surprised any of these things work with how flimsy and stupid those little plastic bits are. Like, I had to, basically what I did was I found one of the bits that was missing, so I just super glued that one right back in. But the other one was completely missing, so I actually took a bit of a super glue nozzle, super glued that on the other bit, and now it works pretty much perfectly fine, other than it does have some, how do I put this? Sometimes it won't grab it'll stop like halfway, and you just kind of have to help it a little bit to just keep it on the rollers. It's probably because the roller, one of the rollers was kind of chewed up from having the disc shoved into it, because I assume somebody did that for a while. Like, it had a ton of marks on the roller. So I hope this isn't too boring, by the way. But yeah, moral of the story, I got a PlayStation 4 for $40, and after about 6 hours of working on it, I got it working almost as good as new. But that being said, I can't really sell this thing in its current state, so I'm probably going to use it as a streaming PlayStation 4. So I'm going to keep it in under my desk in here, and I'll use it to stream PS4 games. Like maybe Persona 5 someday. Who knows? But yeah, just going to throw that in there so I don't lose it. But actually, no, I have to put it in my Twitch pickup video. Sorry if you couldn't hear me for that one moment. I have to remember to stay in front of this microphone because it's fairly near field. Okay, so last but not least, we got another, yet again, the next day. All right, the next day I walk into the pawn shop. And they had a few Xbox Ones on that same table for $50. And by the way, I should mention, too, that console didn't come with a controller. It only came with just the console itself. Didn't even come with any cords. But, of course, you know, it's a PlayStation 4. It just takes the standard two-prong figure of 8 cable and an HDMI cable. So that was a non-issue. This one managed to come with the power adapter and HDMI, but it didn't have the controller, unfortunately. But fortunately for this one, it was a much easier fix. And they had a bunch of Xbox Ones on the table. There was one that said just $50 as is. And I asked, well, what's wrong with it? And they were like, oh, well, it only displays, like, when you start up the console, it displays a little tag on the bottom that says Hi Doug, and it doesn't say anything else. I was like, okay, that's a little bizarre, but I figure, you know, what the heck? Seems like an easy enough fix. It's got to be software or something. And it did do that. It just said, Hi, Doug. So I went ahead and did a full software reset, and now it's as good as new. So don't know what was up with that before. I'm probably going to put it on my streaming setup to play around with a little bit. And I haven't showed it to you guys yet, have I? Yeah, Xbox One in actually really decent cosmetic shape. Which is surprising from the pawn shop because usually they're kind of scratched up when I get them from there. But particularly the as-is one is. And the PlayStation 4 too wasn't too bad. The only issue was there's some paint on the bottom. I don't know what that is, but it'll probably come off pretty easy just with a little bit of scrubbing. But yeah, and it came with the power adapter and everything. It was all ready to go. Works now. So I can't really complain about that. Fully functional Xbox One for $50. And I think that is all. I think that is all I have for pickups here. Oh, no. I had actually found this, too, a long time ago. And I forgot to mention it. I found just a standalone with... it had AV cables, but whatever. It just takes standard AV cables. But I got a Retron... what is this one called? The Retron 3, I think. Yeah, Retron 3 from the Goodwill for $3, so $1 per console. And yeah, I've tried this out. I sourced a power adapter for it, and it works. Nothing really to write home about. NES video quality is a little wonky on this thing. Genesis is actually not too bad. Super Nintendo... pretty much true to the original console. But yeah, NES video is like really weird colors-wise on this thing. So probably wouldn't recommend it, but, you know, for $3, I figure, hey, I can keep this in my garage. It's a good console. I mean, game tester console. So why not? And this video has gotten to 40 minutes, hasn't it? So yeah, we are just sitting here now on a 40-minute video. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. I'll probably do like a state of the channel or channel update video in the near future, kind of telling you guys what's going on, what's planned on for the future. Also talking a little bit about Twitch, talking a little bit about the game shelves, talking a little bit of future plans, what I plan on doing with the channel. But yeah, for now, this has been Dusty. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you next time, and take it easy.